Hello and welcome to another AIC Productions video. We're doing another Firearms Friday, and today we're talking about shotguns. This is mine, it's the one I own. It's a Stevens 320 Security. It is a pump action shotgun. It has a 5-round tube magazine, one in the chamber. It has a 18.5-inch barrel. It has a pistol grip, and it has pretty nice sights. It has a peep sight with a high-vis front post, so it is pretty good for aiming, at least I think so. I bought this about a year ago at the request of my wife for a home defense firearm, and that's what a lot of pump action shotguns are purchased for. A lot of people feel that sound of the action is a great deterrent for home defense. It's something that signals somebody breaking into your home that you are armed and dangerous. We'll talk about this firearm and also some things I wish I had known, or thought about at least, before purchasing it. First, let's talk about having a shotgun as a home defense weapon. I think shotguns make a great home defense weapon for several reasons. Number one, you have a large variety of ammunition that you can use in it. You can have anything from birdshot to buckshot to slugs. And so you can really customize what you're shooting out of your gun to your own personal preference. Another great thing about them is they're fairly inexpensive and simple. You're not going to get a lot of complexity with a gun like this, especially with something like this that's a pump action. I wouldn't necessarily recommend a single or double shotgun. I would recommend either a pump or semi-auto for a home defense weapon. Another great thing is shotguns are legal to own in most states and most areas. Obviously this depends on where you live, but by anybody over the age of 18. At least where I live, handguns cannot be purchased by somebody that is under 21 years of age. Shotguns, on the other hand, as soon as you're 18, you can own one, or you can go out and buy one, I should say, from a dealer. So, and that's true in most situations. Also, shotguns don't carry quite the same stigma with them that something like a AR-15 does, or any other number of weapons. Shotguns are seen, for whatever reason, as a more benign or reasonable weapon for somebody to use in a personal defense situation, especially at home. You also, again, depending on the kind of ammo you use, have less to worry about for over-penetration. If you're using a birdshot or something like that, it probably won't go through a wall and hit somebody else. There are some great videos by other YouTubers on that sort of stuff, so that's something you should definitely research for your situation. You also, with a shotgun, accuracy, while still important, isn't nearly as important as, say, a rifle or a handgun. You get the benefit of having a longer barrel, but also a pattern when you use something like bird or buckshot, to where you have a much bigger target area that you're hitting with the ammo that's coming out of this weapon. So in stressful situations, you might be better off with something like this than, say, a handgun. Now, as far as a pump action shotgun goes, I would not buy a pump action shotgun specifically for that noise. It's not what you're looking for. A sound is not a deterrent. A sound is not going to protect you. A sound is not going to stop an attacker. When you have a gun and you're going to be using it for self-defense, you want that gun as ready as possible, as soon as possible. And you want to eliminate as many possible issues you may have with that gun. And in this case, that means that you have all 5 rounds in the tube magazine and your 6th round chambered and the gun on safe, ready to be used. You're not going to want to rack that first round. First of all, that diminishes your overall capacity. It also announces where you're at and that you're not ready to fire your weapon. You want the first thing that you do with this gun is it pointed at your attacker, your assailant, whoever is coming at you. You want that to be a shot fired in their direction. then you can rack the slide and announce to anybody else that you got another one for them as well. Another thing with this gun specifically that I wish was a little bit different, or I at least thought about ahead of time, when I first bought this, its sole purpose was for home defense. However, I have a friend that likes to go skeet shooting, and I've been with him, and this gun has been obviously used far more for that than for home defense. I have not needed it, fortunately. And so I wish that this barrel had the ability to be choked differently than what it is. It's meant for home defense, so it does not basically have a choke at all. And so the pattern is very wide. When I go clay shooting, that's great because I can hit, but also I don't get very good hits, and accuracy could stand to be a little bit better with this gun. Another thing is this pistol grip. Kind of silly. I wouldn't get it again with a pistol grip. Again, if I was doing strictly for home defense and this was always at the side of my bed or something, maybe, but it makes it kind of awkward to fit into cases. Well, I had to get a fairly large case, which is kind of silly because the case is too long for this, but I had to get it bigger so that it could fit it height-wise. And so I don't feel like this is a benefit to the gun at all. I would not do this. The pump action, I found when I was doing things like skeet shooting, the pump meant that this would probably get better with practice, but that I would get off target and it'd take me a moment longer to get back on target as quickly as I wanted to. With this, I would probably go, if I were to buy again, a semi-auto. I won't. This is fine, and I'll just need to practice with it. But if I were to go back in time, I would get a semi-auto shotgun versus a pump action shotgun. It's a little bit more money, but you know, for something like skeet shooting or something like that, where you're shooting 2-3 rounds fairly quickly, it's something that you'd want to have, at least in my opinion, over a pump action. Also, it's pretty heavy with the action and everything. It's a fairly significantly heavy gun. I don't know if there's other ones out there. Again, I didn't do a whole lot of research before buying this one. Mostly I bought the cheapest one I could, and that was this one. So anyways, that's a review. I really like this gun. Like I said, I'm glad I have it. I enjoy shooting it. I enjoy skeet shooting. It's something I haven't done in probably 15, almost 20 years. But you know, I went out with my friend who shoots every month or so, and I did basically as good as he did. So I'm quite proud of myself with that. And I do put that up to the sights. The sights on this gun are quite good. So I do like those. And overall, I like it. I just wish I had thought about it more. And I may not have changed my purchase, but I wish I at least considered those things before purchasing it. Anyways, if you have any questions, thoughts, or comments, go ahead and feel free to leave those down in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe, and please share my videos. I've changed up the format, changed up a few other things, and so they're not getting quite the views they used to, but I'm hoping that I'm upping the quality enough for you to share this video with others. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.